hi, hello, good evening. Thanks for sitting through this extra long start screen. Stuff came up, so I just had to take care of it, wrap things up for the weekend, because it is here, and hope you all are enjoying your weekend as well. Apart from the last minute stuff, week has been pretty easygoing for me, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, so since we're like in between big playthroughs, I'm just checking out some smaller things, and tonight I'm gonna take a look at this pretty cool chess roguelike called Passant. I think I got introduced to it because someone on the forum I went, oh hey, this is like pretty cool, right? I think Balatro kind of kickstarted this trend of just like taking these rather straightforward tabletop games and just like spinning something crazy out of it. And I know chess is like actually really complex, but still. Yeah. Evening! It's all good. Been enjoying the background tune. Hello, Molecular Shadow Fox. Good to see ya. And yeah, this background tune's like pretty chill. Nice, good lounge style music. Sounds like it's about ready to jump into something, right? You're like just in the lobby waiting for your match to get queued up, right? Waiting for an announcer to go, all right, would the next two competitors please come up to table whatever to start their match, right? But yeah, let's see, I need to actually bring up the Steam listing. How did your hoodie and thigh high night go? It was a very cozy night and very comfy too. Yeah. It's nice, right? Sometimes you want to switch it up, right? Sometimes I'm fine with like shorts and a shirt. Other times I want to just throw on a hoodie, and other times just throw on a dressing gown, right? Just call it a night there. Gotta switch it up, right? Variety is the spice of life and all that, and when you need to warm up, any sort of spice is welcome. But yeah, Passant is developed and published by Mark Makes Games, and well, looks like they did make another game before this one, but yeah, they had another demo like beforehand, but I guess it was like a more limited release, and then this demo is generally available on Steam, which came with like a bit of a glow up, right? You can see the logo here has a bit of a stylized look to it, with the knight replacing one of the S's, and it's got a little explosion here to let you know that this is extreme chess, right? It's not like that old stuffy chess or anything like that. No, it's just gonna be cool chess or something, I guess. Hooded dressing gown is peak comfy. Oh yeah. It's nice too, right? Especially if you got like hair. Well, I guess you would want to dry that off, right? Because you don't want to get your gown all wet. Unless that's something you don't mind. I don't know. I won't judge either way. But yeah. So anyways, this is a demo, so you know, not everything's in here, and of course things could change in later builds, but this is what we got so far. So how's about we like jump in here and give this a look at, shall we? Oh, there we go. So in the demo they give you two setups. They said that like setup 2 is kind of like the expert mode setup, and this one is a bit more of a beginner style of setup. So you can see this one has a line of pawns and a king, and just to let you know that this is gonna be slightly different, instead of a queen you get the courtesan, which can freeze units in place, and that ability is like pretty useful actually. So then they also have difficulty modifiers, but I only got novice at the moment, so when we get started I can show you what this is all about. So you have your choice of 3 challenges, right? You can pick a regular challenge, you can pick a slightly harder challenge for increased rewards, or you can just choose to skip throw around, which gets you a random pack, but you'll not have to do any battles or anything like that. You can also see like what the enemy setup is like, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're going to contend with. But I think start with standard. I also apologize in advance. I'm gonna be very, very bad at chess. I hope you won't lose your mind too much from what's about to happen. So yeah, otherwise, this game plays a lot like chess, right? You pick a piece to move, and then you move it. And the pieces that are in regular chess move exactly in the way you expect them to, right? So pawns on their first move can choose to move 1 or 2 spaces. Kings only move 1 space at a time. And courtesan is not a piece that is normally in chess, of course, so has slightly different rules. And you can see also they note the special abilities as well. You can see on the left here, they also have victory conditions. The nice thing about this is that you only have to satisfy 1 of these 5, so they give you a lot of paths to victory. Yeah. And then over here, we can go over these later, right? We'll start by moving this pawn up. We'll try to intimidate this fella. Oh, man. As you can see, nice thing is that they also show like your opponent's moves, just in case you might have missed it or something. So you can see here, this piece moved all the way over here to capture my pawn. But that's okay, I got 8 of them. We'll move this one up here. What is this bishop planning? There's always that one person who was mega into chess club at school. Was there? I feel like there's always, you know, not a lot of students that tend to have they're very enthusiastic about you know, one particular subject or another. They get to be known as that person who is really, really into that one thing. That's a good thing, mind you, right? It kind of ties into what we said on Wednesday, where it's like, yeah, if you recognize that a kid is into something, you can try to cultivate that interest, right? And try to spin it into something that would be really cool. So you can see here, this bishop is within striking range, so I'll just move the courtesan up here. You can see now it's chained down, so this bishop here is unable to move. So actually, I think I'll move it over here. Nice thing about this is that you can set up captures that way, right? Just come up here and smack it down. So now all the enemy's got is a king and 3 pawns. So if I play this correctly, I could potentially stop him. Ooh. Oh wait, I moved the king, not the courtesan. Okay. Well, I should probably move back because my king is in check. Oh, I see. Oh, wait, no, you can't. King can't capture my my pawn because then they put themselves in check. All right. I'll just leave that there. Or actually, I could just go chain capture all these pawns, right? Wait. Oh, I forgot. Courtesan can't capture pieces. Never mind. That's fine. All I can do is hold them down. Hey, all the original rules of chess are recognized here. So if you do get a pawn at the end of the line, it can get promoted. And unlike regular chess, where you can choose which piece to promote it to, in this case, they always promote it to a queen, which makes sense because the queen probably has like the movement range that you want. I guess the knight might be preferable in particular cases, but yeah. So yeah, since we satisfied to take all the non-king pieces condition, we win. Also nice that they just fall over. I didn't realize that the area around the board was just like a cliffside. It's kind of funny. Yeah, thankfully they save you the pain of having to chase down the king. They're like, oh, you took all the other pieces? Well, it's inevitable, so we'll just give you the win right here and now. Is there no rook? There are rooks, right? There are rooks. It's just that this particular setup we have here doesn't start with rooks, but I'm guessing in you'll see enemy setups that will have rooks, and you can buy rooks in the shop. And I'm assuming, like, if they have a full release, you'll have some setups that include rooks. So I have here reflecting bishops. Bishop diagonal moves reflect off the edge of the board. So basically gives them additional range, right? So you do have like several different kinds of items. You have like badges, which you can think of like a sort of permanent passive items. They'll go up into this section here, and they either power up your units in a way, give you special units, or maybe just have certain effects happen. And then you also have coins. Think of them as like limited use items. So they'll do certain effects, like this one will give your money but forces you to pass your turn. This one will stop a unit in place and then passes the turn. And we have a queen coin here, which promotes a selected unit to a queen temporarily. So, and then you can also just like buy pieces, right? You buy pieces that can go into this arrangement here. Like regular chess, you only can put stuff in the back 2 rows, right? You can get like a regular ass pawn, and yeah, here's your rook and the bishop. Looks like I have enough money to get a reflecting bishop badge and a bishop, so maybe I'll do that. I always like doing trick shots, right? With this little badge here, I can do some pretty sick trick shots, and that's all my money, so let's go to the next stage. So here, the difficulty goes up. Wait, it goes up? Hold up. The standard and challenging. Both are difficulty 12. I'm sorry, am I missing something here? Is there something different between these two? Like, usually if board has like some sort of special condition, they'll usually tell you up here, right? Like this boss here has a Fisher random badge, which randomly swaps the position of all the opponent's pieces, excluding the king. I guess there's no disadvantage of taking the challenging route then, right? This game isn't gonna pull my leg or anything, isn't gonna pull out the rug, isn't gonna pull the rug out from under me. Let's go for it. I wonder if the board design changed slightly because, oh no, that's the design saying, hey, this badge affects this piece here. Okay. So yeah, we have this rook here who can just like bounce down and immediately capture this pawn, but they'll set themselves up to get captured. This is, I think, too, you can mouse over a piece and see where they can go, so. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a button that just lets you toggle on danger spaces at all times, but I guess that might make things too easy. I don't know. I think it would make a handy accessibility option, but we'll see. They might think differently. Oh, I see. The bishop has set itself up that way. Okay. What if I move the courtesan over here? You thought you could just like march up and take my pieces, could you? Did you? So if we go over here, and then I can just set up a 1-2 punch to grab this bishop over here. Aw, man. I see what they did. I see what they did, so if I capture this bishop, they'll take mine. Alright, you win this round. So if I just bounce this one up. Now they're moving their king. Ah, what? Okay, move this over here. Yeah, just try to. Oh. Alright. Let's move you. What is the plan here? Okay. Run! Run! Well, I can't chase it anymore. How dare you? Yeah, they make it sound like war or something with how it says enemy turn. Yeah, surprised they call them the enemy, but I mean, they are the enemy, but I think an opponent might work better. Ah, see, I can't capture the rook because then I'd be in range of the bishop. Okay, what if I went over here? Great. Can't capture the pawn. That would put me in check. Alright. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, no, I can't. I can't move that. If I move this pawn, the rook's gonna capture my bishop. Dang. I could move this up. Just ah. Now they're putting me in a bind. Alright. It's been real, bishop, but... Oh. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll just go ahead and... yoink! And yoink! This courtesan, man. This courtesan is pretty wild, let me tell you. Alright, we're gonna go over here. Yeah, just keep capturing my stuff. See if I care. Alright. Actually, let's move. Oh, yeah, I could just capture this bishop now. Yeah. Alright, so we gotta maneuver ourselves to the bishop in a way. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you do whatever you want, king. I'm about to win this match. Yoink! Another enemy pieces taken victory. As far as I can tell, there's no mid-run difficulty change that happens, right? Okay, so we have a buffalo badge. Spawns a buffalo. The buffalo moves as a knight, a camel, and a zebra. So, there, it lets you know. Okay, so there's other types of pieces in here called a camel and a zebra. Oh, I like how they call them camels and zebras because knights are depicted as horses, but you know, they call them knights in the original chess game, so they continue calling them knights here. And oh, the Amazon combines the movements of the queen and the knight. Fortunately, I don't have enough money to pick that up. I can only get one of them. Should I get a buffalo? Or should I get a bishop? Also, buffalo. I wonder if that's a reference to that, what, the one sentence that's like 7 buffaloes, but it's a complete sentence because each buffalo means something different? Or kings can be promoted to dragon kings. As in, if you get them to the other side of the board, they become dragon kings? That seems highly impractical considering, well, you know, kings are usually the piece you want to protect. Alright, let's, for the sake of the stream, let's get the buffalo. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know exactly what is the difference between a badge that spawns a piece and a piece that just shows up in a shop. I wonder if it's just like a balancing factor so that there's at least like some variety in the badges. Although it feels like there's a good number of them, right? It's not just like a little bit. But it is what it is, right? So the boss is the boss, right? It's only one version. You can see the modifier that will happen. Our pieces are going to get shuffled around, so it doesn't matter how we lay things out here. Everything's getting cycloned, except for the king. We can at least control where the king starts, but I think the king is a good start over here, right? So let us begin. Activating boss badge. Ah! Okay, well, at least the pawns are placed in a way that this rook can't just barge down and grab that pawn down there. And courtesan in the front lines actually probably makes some semblance of sense, right? Because you want to be able to jump out there and lock down some pieces for your other fellas to capture it. Oh. Well then. You sly mofo. Okay, what if I just like put you over here? So go ahead and capture my bishop, but you're gonna take your own out. I see you have your eyes on my buffalo, huh? I'll buffalo this. Nope, that will get me captured. Over here. What is your goal? Alright, you want to try to capture my buffalo again? What if I went... You're safe. Dragon King thing makes me think of the Legend of the Four Kings anime. Ah. I don't think I've heard that one before. I mean, I know of the idea of like, the four heavenly kings, right? Because that gets referenced in all sorts of, East Asian media. The one that, like, comes prominently to mind is Grand Blue Fantasy, because they make all four of them the bosses in a special limited time event. Alright, so put this over here. Oh, I see King's got their sights set on my buffalo again. I'll buffalo this. Again! Wow, you really want it, don't you? Alright, the rook can't get anything at its current position. We're good. Alright, let's take that. Still can't get anything. Was a 90s anime. I caught it on TV late one night and got hooked. That's usually how it goes. You're just like, well, at least as a kid, right? You're just like browsing the TV aimlessly because you have nothing better to do. You're like, oh, this show looks kind of interesting. You watch it and you're like, oh, wow, this show is actually pretty rad. And then you start putting it on your schedule to try to watch more of it. And one thing leads to another. I guess these days, it's more like you hear about it on social media or like a forum or your friend's Discord server, or maybe you just catch an article of it on the internet and you're like, oh, I like the way this looks. I will pick it up. Oh, I can't move up. I can't move up because the bishop will capture my stuff. Alright, I think I'm willing to sacrifice the buffalo here. If I can take out the rook, I can remove a lot of their threat. Yeah, just take my buffalo. Oh, 07, right. I think that's the thing about chess I've read about. You have to be willing to make trades. Excuse me. You can't try to keep all your pieces safe because, well, that's how you get into stalemates and stuff. All right. So what if we locked you down? And we'll go over here and lock both of you down. And yoink. And yoink. Aha. It's like, oh no, Bishop saw it. Bishop saw what was happening. I like to think that was like some sort of stealth op, right? The courtesan went and infiltrated the back lines, and the lowly soldier was just coming through and knocking out all the other lowly soldiers while getting in at the intended target. Oh, I can't move the pawn up anymore because then the bishop will just go capture it. Yeah, so I can move this, I can lock this one down and then move the other pawn up. We'll see if the king moves over to try to... Oh. I can still capture it, though. Alright. Now I'm gonna dare him. Just try to capture this pawn. Oh, wow. They went for it. They actually went for it. Alright. Channel 4 here used to have a late-night anime block. Ah. For us, it was like a weekday after-school kind of anime block. And then we had the Saturday morning cartoons, which eventually incorporated anime into its lineup. It wasn't until like a while later that they started doing late-night anime here. It was like Toonami. I think Toonami was kind of a lot of older people's introduction into anime. And when it went away, a lot of people mourned its loss. And for a good long while, because Cartoon Network also had Adult Swim, which was kind of like grown-up cartoons, right? Ah, well, one of them was bound to go. Oh wait, no, I gotta keep that courtesan moving. Otherwise, the king is gonna capture it. Oh, crap. Ah. See, I was concentrating so much on the king. I forgot to check out the bishop, but this is what the undo button is for. I forgot to mention. This is... You get a few opportunities to kind of take back a move. Okay, so I guess... Actually... Yeah, I gotta move this over here. I'll just bounce this one up. Dang. Bishop's power only works on walls. What if I move this over here? And move this over here. That's right. Bishop is now in danger. Well, was in danger before it moved away. Alright. How's about we lock it down again. And over here. Yeah, that's right. The king is abandoning its troops. Alright, $8. What do we have here? I'll take 2. At the start of the match, record the lowest value piece you own and add it to your setup after the match ends if there's space. Badge units and kings cannot be cloned. Okay, I'm guessing the badge units are like super special pieces. Oh, but they have queens here. Oh man. Retreating pawns. Pawns can move backwards one step at a time. It's like, wait. But I don't know if that's something we need. Also, maybe this one might not be as good because then our board's gonna get cluttered with pawns. I feel like the queen might be the best option here. Just pick one up and add it to the board. That's weird. Why does the buffalo just get a big X? So it's like you can't swap it around. You can only move them. I wonder if that's like a programming quirk. Actually, I want to pour this on up there. I need to get another bishop so I can just put them in a white space, so I can have full coverage with bishops, right? All right, next stage. So these two, the difference is like 3 pawns, huh? Welcome back from ads, everyone. Be like 1 or 2 a.m. they'd show Legend of the Four Kings, Dominion Tank Police, Ad Police, Cowboy Bebop. I think our late night anime block was like Dragon Ball, Inuyasha, Naruto, probably Cowboy Bebop, and maybe a bunch of other anime series too that I can't quite remember at the moment. It's nothing that would be only airable at late night. But yeah, to what I was saying earlier, Adult Swim had this running gag where every April Fool's Day, for a while, they would just play the movie The Room, and that was just funny because, haha, funny meme, bad movie, and live action, never mind that. But then, one year, I forget what it was, they started as usual one April Fools, right? So started up with the start of The Room, and then eventually it started zooming out to reveal that it was on a screen and someone was watching it. And then they showed a familiar face. It was Tom from the host of Toonami himself. And for that night, they brought it back, right? For that one night, they re-aired a bunch of anime. And it was so well received, they did it for a while, right? And so Toonami got a bit of a revival as like the late night anime block. From what I remember, it's kind of stopped, sadly. Oh. Yeah, this rook here can kind of barge down. Wait, no, they can't, because then the buffalo can just capture them. All right, those 2 pawns are safe, I think. But yeah, that was quite the night. Everyone was rather shocked to see Toonami kind of come back the way it did. It was a good night. All right, I could have this bishop bounce over and capture that pawn this way. It doesn't look like it'll be under fire either. Why don't we do that? Alright, you went and captured my pawn. I'll go ahead and capture your bishop. Well, and now we can see it's under threat. But I could use it to capture this rook, just like remove that threat, so maybe I will. I think that's a fair trade. I'm like that trading guy meme, right? You get bishop, I get rook. Of course, we still have a bishop and a rook to deal with. Let's see. If I move this over here, I can protect the pawn that's under fire by that rook over there. We'll start moving the queen out, so we can start smacking down some folks. Let's see. over here. Oh. Wait. Ah, nuts. If you haven't noticed already, my situational awareness is poor sometimes. We'll just take that back. I haven't used an undo before, so it's nice to know that you get 3 undos per match and not... That's not like an overall thing. Let's see. I think I could put it over here, right? It's not gonna be under fire. Alright. Is sacking my buffalo gonna be an acceptable sacrifice? Yeah, no, because the rook is like a pretty significant threat. Right, yeah, just go ahead and take that. Alright. I can go over here. Just start deleting pieces. Or not. I think it's timely fine. Timely fine. What was I thinking? Finally, time for the courtesan to make their move. I'm gonna bring them out and start locking some folks down. Look at that. Boom! 4-piece lockdown, baby. Alright. Can come over here and just start taking things out. Look at that. Watch them all fall. King's trying their damnedest to save the subjects, but what can you do against an all-powerful piece, right? Wow, I'm kind of shocked that... Oh, right, no, the king can't capture the courtesan because then they'd be in check from the queen. Yeah, take that pawn. That's right. I win. Ha ha ha. Have here. Oh, right, that's the Dragon King thing. Field promotion. On round start, mark 1 square of a friendly standard piece, including the king is moved to that square. Upgrade it to its fairy version? GG! Thank you, thank you. I want to try this one, just to see what that's like. Oh, they had another bishop here. Oh, princess. Combines the movements of the bishop and the knight. So I wonder if that means they'd be affected by the reflecting bishop. Probably. You know what this kind of sort of reminds me of? There was this mode in one of the Mortal Kombat games that was basically like chess combat, and it was kind of like a standard game of chess, but whenever 2 pieces clashed, they would duke it out in like a Mortal Kombat match, and you know, whichever piece won would kind of claim the spot. But you know, the way they represent it is like, you know, the pawns would have a low amount of health, and the higher ranked pieces would have a bunch of health. They had like some other special things like power spaces, which would give whoever was on it a buff, and there were certain other pieces that could cast spells too, right? They would be able to affect the board in one way or another. It was interesting. Like, kind of bummed they only had chess combat for that one game, but that was kind of like the Mortal Kombats of that time. They always had like some weird mode that kind of put a twist on the gameplay. Also, I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between the... Oh, wait, no, I see it here, right? This piece here that's different. I kind of wish you'd be able to like mouse over the enemy layout just to see exactly what you were up against. But I think we'll just stick with the standard one. Sounds a bit like Puzzle Fighter. You know what's funny? There was also I also remember, like, I think it was like the same game that had chess combat also had puzzle combat, and that was basically Puzzle Fighter, but Mortal Kombat. It was an interesting game. Oh! Ooh. So if I move this up and just get the queen over there, does that mean I get a fairy queen? Yeah. Oh. It's an Amazon. Combines movements of the queen and the knight. Okay. So, got quite a lot of range. Could just like go over here and smack down this pawn, right? Should be safe. Ah, but I can't smack down anymore, and the queen's not in range. Dang it. Sort of random question. What was your like favorite side mode in a video game, right? Just like a weird sort of offshoot that you sunk a bit of time in, right? In addition to like the main game. I think for me, it had to be like the Soul Calibur side modes. Speaking of fighting games and side modes, but yeah, the things like Weapon Master and the sorted modes they had in 3. And then Soul Calibur 6 also had their sort of solo style mode, which was pretty neat. I think what really sold it for me was that you could like use your custom fighters in them. Right, the fact that Soul Calibur from like 3 and beyond had the create a character really let me kind of get into it. I created a good number of characters for that game, and that was fun. And just like seeing them be kind of featured in their own mode. You know what was really cool? I think in Soul Calibur 6, the story mode there actually incorporated your character into like the main story chapter, right? Like I think there was one of the characters' fights. They actually fight against your created character, so that was kind of cool. Oh. What are you trying to pull here? What is your plan? That's right, you got my pawn, but at what cost? No, seriously, what is your plan? Oh, I can't go up there because the king's just gonna capture my pawn then. Very crafty move, king, very crafty move. 2 of them come from the Tekken games, the volleyball in Tekken 3, as well as Force Mode, but also in Tag Tournament. I just adored the bowling. Yeah, I remember bowling. It's another one of those oddball side modes, but just kind of rolled with it, right? Since Tekken was kind of known for being kind of weird and wacky. So that was pretty cool. Alright, actually if I move the queen over here, then I can put their queen in check, and then the queen can't come at me, bro. Oh! I forgot about the rook. Alright, gotta take that back. Whoops. And Tekken Force was a fun idea too. It's like, oh yeah, it's a fighting game, but the mechanics translate fairly well to being a beat 'em up. So that was pretty neat. Ugh. This guy's got me locked down pat. Alright, move this one up. I don't think that one's... Oh. Okay. Uno reverse, now your rook is under fire. I was about to bring my Amazon over here, but I remembered the queen was gonna smack it down that way. Yeah, the ultimate team in bowling, only team I had to fill leaderboards with perfect games. Nice. Still have the other rook. Well, I think I can actually move the courtesan over here. Maybe set him up to start locking down some other pieces. I can bring this one over here, right? Yeah, because that pawn is locked down, so it can't capture me. And say goodbye! Haha! And, say goodbye to this pawn. Ah, nuts! That was not a fair trade. Can I take that back? Alright, I can actually move this over here. I'll go ahead and capture your queen! Yeah, how do you like, being threatened? They gotta keep moving the king out of check, so I can just keep taking all their stuff. Oh. Score victory. Alright. So if you get like a pretty good capture streak going, they'll just give you the win that way. All units explode when captured. The enemy's second row becomes their third to compensate. Kings cannot take each other. Go long, Dad! Pieces placed on the second row of your setup grid now spawn on the third row. Oh yeah, here's the camel here. Moves and takes 3 1 squares horizontally and 1 3 squares vertically. So it's like a slightly different kind of jump. And then we have the knight. Moves as expected. And the queen, we can't afford. I think we're doing okay. Let's go to the next stage. Oh, it's the boss stage. Enter the dragon. Your king is a dragon king and moves as both a king and the queen. So if you're wondering what the dragon king is, oh, there you go. Yeah, Edgemaster mode and Soul Blade. It was fun collecting the weapons. Yeah, a good incentive, right? Customization options. Even if they were for other characters, it's still pretty fun. Especially in like the older games where the weapons all had like different effects and stuff. Okay, well, since they're all covered by now, I think I will upgrade my bishop, right? Yeah, it's not gonna be under fire from anything. What are you now? A princess! Oh, so that's how that works. Okay. So yeah, if I capture this pawn here... Yeah, if I take that, then I can take the rook, and then it'll be captured, but... Oh. Oh, wait, no, Dragon King can't capture my courtesan because then they'll be in check from 3 spots. I think this is a fair exchange. Take out a rook and a pawn. Yeah, you take my princess. Sorry, princess. We'll come rescue you. Yeah, you've been poisoned. Defeat the enemy quickly. Turns out it turns it into a time limit match, right? The timer in the center is no longer your actual time limit. So yeah, Dragon King, very potent, but you know, still a king, so you can still become a threat. But this is where like the jumping pieces come in handy. You can capture them. You can like threaten them indirectly. So you can't just like say bring a queen into its range because the Dragon King just like come and smack you down. Well, then I think about it. Edgemaster mode had like a lot of sort of time limit style objectives, right? There's poison, but I know there were like other rooms where water level would rise and other things too, I imagine. I want to say there was like at least one type of gas room. Well, I guess that would kind of be a poison room in everything but name. Okay. I think here's fine, right? See, now Dragon King is poised to capture my buffalo. Oh, wait, I can't move it there. Oh, but I can move you here, right? Yeah, I don't want to leave the buffalo where it is. Ah, man, okay. King in check. How about not anymore? Oh, nuts. Dang. Oh, I can move the courtesan over here. Alright, just try coming over here now. Was it Soul Calibur that had the whole dungeon you had to navigate and maybe find hidden characters? Yeah, I do remember that. That was like certain spots on the map where, yeah, you would enter a dungeon and go from room to room. Ended up being a very, very long one because, you know, each room, a good number of those rooms had fights, right? So you could get yourself into a lot of fights. Oh, man. Okay. Let's bring you over here. Might not be able to lock down the king, but we can certainly lock down the queen. Just bring my queen over here and set things up for destruction. I think the Dragon King's trying to get into position to take out the courtesan. I'm going to be doing a number of damage here. Wahahaha. Yeah, go over here. Just have to remember to not put my queen over here, because then I'll get captured by the Dragon King. Oh, nuts! That if I leave that pawn alone, they're gonna be promoted into the queen himself. Oh, man. King over here is covering their final few tracks. God dang it. That dungeon was a massive slog to get through, yeah. If I remember correctly, you had like the one go at it, right? If you fell at any point, you would have to start over. It's not like you couldn't retry from the last room you fell at, right? Alright, I might actually have to trade here. Right, because I feel like a queen would just be an existential threat. Yeah. You sly fella. Oh. Alright, what if I went over here? What? King's gonna capture my pawn no matter where I bring it, but if I... Yeah, I can't go over here and lock down this pawn. At least there isn't a good path here to do so. Alright. Break on through to the other side. And again, oh, nuts. Alright. This is fine. Get out of the way. I just realized I have left a lot of pawns open. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, you wanna threaten... You wanna threaten my king? How's about I just take one of your troops? Dang it! See, this is the easiest AI difficulty. It says, oh, it'll only think one move ahead, but... Like... Yeah, sometimes you get things like this, where even if it only thinks one move ahead, it just feels like you're kinda getting your teeth kicked in, right? Or maybe I just suck at chess. Maybe that's like the whole thing. Alright, we're gonna have to be staring down a bunch of queens soon enough. Unfortunately. Yeah! Yeah, I can't do anything with where the king is. The AI would be sneaky, yeah. Or it's just like me not being able to think several moves ahead. It's kind of weird, right? Even if the AI only thinks one move ahead, it's just like the piece setup is such that someone who's not able to plan accordingly will find themselves overwhelmed. Especially here, considering the enemy also has 8 pawns, so if you're not careful, you end up letting your stuff get captured. You find yourself at a dearth of options to stop everything. Like where we are right now. I think this is why the bottommost victory condition exists. So if you're really kind of up the creek without a paddle, if you just happen to let your king evade capture long enough, they'll just give you the victory. I think what I'm gonna try to do here is stall for long enough to try to... And we got a yellow dot, so... I think that means I'm close to a 13-turn capture victory. Alright. Let's move back. Hey, look at that! Knight's open. Well, I guess this is like the thing where about the AI not being able to think beyond one move. So it keeps on trying to capture my king using the Dragon King, but they could just increase their power level so much by promoting one of their pawns. I think that's about to happen very soon. I see. This is a turn countdown. Alright, well, we've come to this, right? My lack of chess skills now has me just dancing back and forth, and we're eventually gonna win by timeout. I think, not, if they'll allow me to backseat develop by a little bit, I think this is maybe where they could perhaps switch things up, right? Maybe provide a bit more incentive for trying to win via, say, checkmate or plus score by providing a cash bonus if you manage to finish it off this way. That way you could still time out victory, but you'll have to deal with having less money. At least that's how I would do it. I guess on higher AI difficulties, this won't be as viable, because then the computer would probably know, alright, I need to promote one of these pawns here. so I can really start locking them down. But here, I can't think beyond must threaten king. There we go. Cheese! That was a good cheesy victory right there. Which is pretty funny because I didn't have any cheese tonight. I had rice and tuna, right? Knights can also move like a king. Imagine that would have its uses, but... Alright, once more. On round start, mark one square. If a friendly piece is moved to that square, you can make another move. Has no effect if moving that square causes check. Wow. An extra turn space. I also like the piece selection they have here. Man! Rules. Acts like a pawn, but can move and take as a king can. Special rules. Oh, yeah, it's got the promotion and the... I forget what they call that rule. The rule that lets a pawn move 2 spaces on, if it, for the first time it moves. I'm thinking maybe I'll just take a knight piece. So I do have a bunch of money here. Doesn't hurt to have more pieces to threaten the enemy with, right? Oh. Welcome back from ads. Alright. Quite the tongue twister. Can take as a king can. Oh yeah. I can see how that would trip some folks up. I feel like I did have to think a little bit while saying that sentence, otherwise I was gonna mix some letters up there. Alright, we have standard and we have challenging. Challenging variant has another bishop and another rook. Difficulty's really ramping up here. But the boss has a Fisher random badge. Well, at least it's not the Dragon King one. Jeez. That one really throws everything off. Okay. Have a piece over there. Oh. What happens if I put my buffalo there? What will happen? Oh. Cannot upgrade? And then that spot is just used up? Alright, I'm taking that back. Whoops. My bad. We can bring the queen over there. Yeah, that's right, just try to capture me. Wisely moved everything out of range of my bishop here. Alright, gonna bring my buffalo out. Oh! Oh, nuts. That was my queen, right? Can I take that back? I didn't realize I put it under threat. Oh, that's why they moved the pawn. Ha! So their queen can come out like a cannon. Come out like a wrecking ball. Alright. You... over here should be fine, I believe. Alright, I'm gonna start locking down some pieces. Here should be fine. I like how they move some of the pawns up. I wonder if they do that because they know the pieces will be protected, so if I tried to capture this pawn, it would end up getting captured itself. Okay. Don't think my courtesan or my knight is under threat, so... Oh. The king makes their move. Oh, wait. No, I can bring this pawn up here and capture the knight. Wait. What did they take? Oh, they took my Amazon again. Well, that's all my undos, right? That's all the mistakes I get to make. I don't get anymore. Ah. See, making trades is fine, but, you know, I want the trades to be advantageous on my end. Moving this one up. Dang it. This computer is really, really trying their best to not let any of their pieces get captured either. Okay, I think it's safe to move this one up now, because there's nothing that can be threatened by it. Let's see. That's right, just try to capture my pawn. He'll get captured in exchange. Bye-bye, knight. Yeah, that's fine. I got what I wanted, so courtesan can back off. Oh yeah, can move this one up here. Threaten the knight. Wait, no I can't. I just realized I let my pawn get captured. I get no more take-backsies. That's a mistake I am going to have to live with. Oh man, what do you mean I have to suffer the consequences of my actions? Let's see, here should be fine. I don't think, this spot is under threat from anything. Yeah, this is safe. Let's see, yeah. Just go ahead and... Wait, nope. Then the queen comes up and captures it. Alright. Never mind. Is why it's good to have situational awareness, right? Ah. I need to start baiting pieces, starting with this one, or not. Frickin' rook over there. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this one, right? Rook for buffalo. That puts that pawn out of contention. Weren't for this pawn here, I'd be able to capture this knight. Maybe I should just leap through and start taking the back lines. You moved back. Alright. How about I come over here then? What was your goal there? Maybe it was like the least threatening thing they could do. Capturing that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. God damn it. I was trying to drop the princess back onto the other spot. Alright. That's just something I'll have to live with. Alright, what if I bring this knight over here? And yoink. Where I bring this knight, it's gonna be under fire. The bishop over there is gonna get it captured. Can't move anything. Oh wait, no, I can lock down the queen. And bring it over here. Oh, you wanna threaten my king? All right. Bring this over here. Yeah, this is fine, right? Why can't the bishop reflect this way? That's kind of weird. Alright, I'm gonna bounce over here, capture the rook. Oh, got a queen. A queen for a queen. Now they're gonna start capturing all my crap. Over here. My king is in check. No. The only thing I can do is respond to the threat. Yeah, just keep taking my stuff. Oh my god. It's all my pawns. Oh wait, I can lock down the queen. Haha! Great. They're gonna get another one soon enough. I can't maneuver my... Oh wait, I can at least maneuver my king. Just have them capture the other queen. There we go, that's another queen, but wait. Oh! It's under fire from the knight. Alright. This down. I swear. Alright, we'll capture that queen. Go ahead and try to capture my things. Yeah, you move any further and you're just gonna lock yourself down. Alright. Yeah, I can come over here, capture your stupid knight. see what they're trying to do. Trying to bait me into capturing their pawn so they can take my bishop. At that point, wouldn't matter if they got locked down. Alright, yoink. And yoink. And lockdown. Alright, this one might have to be a capture every non-king piece victory. Alright, we got this. Oh, score victory. Cool. And that was just the first round of this next wave here. Oh my god. We have here Empress combines the movements of the rook and the knight. Slightly more powerful than bishop. We have here lost coins. Gain an additional $2 at reward at round end for every empty badge slot. Okay. And that one is the extra turn space. Kinda want to get an Empress, and I have enough money to get a bishop too. That's pretty much going to be all my spaces. Although, you can sell the pieces you have, right? You can just sell them over here. But all your starting pieces are obviously not worth anything. And, of course, any pieces generated by badges can't be sold. Oh, I guess that would be the one thing about badge units. You can't sell them for money. I mean, that'd be like an infinite money glitch or something. You'd have to sell the badge. Another GG. Thank you, thank you. Bit of a harrowing battle. Alright. I think I will buy a bishop. And an Empress. So we're getting pretty close to like a standard chess layout now. Just have a courtesan instead of another rook. Yeah. Alright. So let's see what we have next. Okay. So standard is like the other board we'd faced before, and challenging replaces some of the frontward pieces with other kinds of pieces. I think those are like the man pieces. Just stick with standard. Alright. So that's where that one is. Yeah, a situation where you sit at the table, turn your hat back to front like it's on now, right? Or it'd be like Ash Ketchum in the early seasons before he was about to throw out the first Pokeball of the episode. Alright, well, probably move this up and then we can upgrade one of our bishops at least. Yeah. It's not going to be under fire, so let's move that. And now we gotta retreat. Man, they're really just going after my princess here, huh? Alright, over here then. Now we'll move the courtesan up so we can start slingshotting the queen around everywhere. Just put him under fire. Yeah, what you gonna do now? Ah, good one, good one. Alright. Don't want to capture that pawn because then the queen will come up and smack me down. Alright, time to start locking stuff down. Well, I have to remember they have a knight, so can't really just march everywhere willy-nilly, otherwise they're gonna smack my courtesan down. I think that's kind of like the key piece in this setup here, right? You can set up like 1-2 combos, and I need to move my queen before they get captured. Not a lot of good safe spots, is there? Alright, here should be fine. Oh, the queen makes her move. Let's see. The knight is protected by the bishop. Yeah, we can jump this one out. Right? Oh, man. Not a lot of good spots to move the buffalo, is there? Yeah, just keep taking my stuff, will ya? Although, they certainly can try to take my bishop, but... over here should be fine. Alright, lock yourself down, that's fine. Ah, I can't move this pawn though, because then my courtesan would come under fire. Don't want to move him up either, because then it gets smacked down by the knight. Over here should be safe, right? Dang it! It's all ready to capture this pawn, but if I do that, then they're gonna take my empress. Ah! It's like no good trades here. Right now, they're the trade meme, right? They get, I get pawn, they get one of my better pieces. This sucks. Oh. Alright, can I take that back? Alright, we're just gonna move this back. Nope, nope, that'll get captured by the knight. We're going here. Now your retreat. This pawn is protected by the rook. Okay, what if I just bounce this one out? Oh, that knight is moving. Oh, they're set up to take the courtesan. Now I can lock down the knight here. Oh. Have the queen under fire. Ugh. Alright, here's a safe spot because one piece is locked down currently. Okay, what if I like move over and start locking down the queen? Because I think that's like the current big threat to this setup here. I'm gonna be putting in a lot of other pieces at risk, but these are the decisions you have to make, right? Oh! Just realized that. My queen at risk. Ugh. One undo left. Yeah, with the way this game escalates, I can't see them going as far as, say, some other games like this might go. You would have to pretty much kind of wrap things up by around Battle 9, because you probably have yourself a full chessboard by that point. here at least. I can just start locking down the queen. Like so. Now. Coming to me. Alright, well, if I can take out the knight, I'll do it. Yeah, just take my knight. Or, well, that was a princess, but you get the idea. Oh. Let's see, gotta make sure nothing's under fire here. Yeah, we're good. Wait, no, we're not. Fuck. Alright, that's it. No more take-backsies. I gotta move the queen, because if I leave it alone, this pawn's gonna capture it. Alright. Over here it is. Oh my god. Seriously, even if it can only think one turn ahead, this computer feels like it got no chill. Just making the best move to keep me under threat here. God damn. I can't. Alright, screw it. Just take my piece. Or, no, we can't. Yeah. This is fine. Alright, that's right. Move it away. Because your queen is about to be assassinated. Alright, things are starting to look up. Alright. Should I move this pawn? Yeah, let's move this pawn. AI be like, I'm about to ruin their day, right? I'm about to do what is known as a 500 IQ move. Sure does feel like it's got 500 IQ. Even though it obviously doesn't. I'm just dumb. My brain cell is being overclocked here. Okay. Well, it should be fine if I just gobble up these pieces, right? Because there isn't anything here that can threaten the queen or the courtesan. Just making sure. Oh. Oh. Huh. Alright. Interesting move. Oh, man. Okay. Well, just move this one out of the way, then. And the buffalo for a rook. I consider that an acceptable sacrifice. Alright. Can go ahead and start locking down that pawn. Oh. See what we're trying to do here, trying to capture my queen. What if I just take this out? Just imagine the queen just taking out the pawn in cold blood. This is what's about to happen to the rest of your troops. Alright. Now we gotta... Oh wait, no, I could move the courtesan up and just lock down this pawn. Yeah, and then we can go over here and smack this pawn down. I assume they'll move the rook over to cover it. Or not? Alright. Your funeral. Well, both of these rooks are protected, actually. If I try to capture one of them, then the other can capture my queen. Not quite sure if that's what I want at the moment. Alright, I think it's time for this rook to make their move. Right. Oh. See, that was entirely on me. I could have avoided that. For some reason I forgot. But you know what? They left their other rook open. Alright, well, can't capture him now. But that's okay. We're here. Ah. The thing to note about courtesan is that it can't lock down kings, so a king could come up and smack a courtesan down. It's like the one weakness. Alright, well, I can start doing this. No, my king! Yeah, take that one out. Start moving this. Oh! What are you trying to pull? Alright, yeah, that's right. Come just try to take him. Just try to take him. Yeah, that's right, just try to take him. Right, we're gonna move this up here. Yeah, look at that. Boom! And boom! Worth it. Guess what? Oh no. Oldest is fine now, right? They take my courtesan, that's fine. Actually, they can't take the courtesan because then they'd be under threat. Alright, well, since this spot is nice and locked down, we're here. That's right, you can't take my pawn. Just keep on trying to take it and failing to take it. Okay, well, you can take that pawn. Yoink. Checkmate! Okay, so they just instantly take out the king. Oh, check the enemy 5 more turns in a row, so there's that. Good lord. Auction house. Any empty slots in your setup board is filled with random units totaling the amount of dollars you own on round start. That almost feels like it could be detrimental. Eh. I wonder if I should sell like a few pieces here so I can get another queen. Obviously not gonna sell a queen for a queen, that's madness. I don't think I did much with the knight. It's mostly there as like sacrificial fodder. Yeah, sell that. Yeah, we can have ourselves 2 queens. It's more like a council, right? My current setup is more like of a council. So we got ourselves like several rulers, even though they're queens and kings and queens. That's like a nickname, right? They're more like equal power in ruling their land, you know? Here it is, the boss. I think this is just a chess setup, but with like additional man pieces. And everything's gonna get rearranged anyway, so we'll just keep the king where they're at. He's a chief femboy piece for the board. Well, I mean, these pieces could be anything you want them to be, right? Like, you know, the empress and the queens and the princesses. They can be femme, right? They're mostly titles, right? It's like how a queen or king could be like a woman, right? My kingdom is equal opportunity, you know. And heck, we could have, like, you know, non-binary folk in here too, you know? Everyone is welcome. Amazon's under fire. I gotta get him out of there. I also kind of wish they would... the pawn is like this special case of move and capture, because the way they move and the way they capture is different, but hovering over them only shows their move range, right? So you gotta have to keep their capture range in mind. Move them here. Should be fine, right? Wow, you really, really want this, Amazon. Yeah, but I can't capture the pawn because then this knight would capture my Amazon. Can't capture this knight either because then the man would capture it. I wonder if that should just be like person, right? Or human. Then again, that would probably have a weird thing, weird implication for enemy pawn. I'm sure there's like a title between pawn and like knight that they could use, right? Maybe squire? Squire is kind of like gender neutral, although squire would, I guess, bring the implication that this would somehow have knight powers, so... Over here should be fine. Well, the bishops come out to play. Alright, but I want to protect my courtesan. Oh, I see. Trying to march up on my queen here, are you? Your cousin used to call you young squire when you were little? Aw. That's adorable. I can't remember if I had any special titles. Well, it wasn't from my family members. It was actually like a classmate at my elementary school, because I was in the special class that had like people from different grades, so I was in like the lower grades, and then the people in the higher grades would always call me a little dude. It was a fun time. Okay. I go over here. Right, should be fine. I can threaten this bishop, and I don't think... Yeah. No one here currently can... Now I can't do that anymore, because then if I capture this pawn, then the rook will come up and smack me down. I need to see if there's an alternate control scheme really quick. Can't go into settings from there, but I wonder if there's a way to perhaps change it so that you don't have to hold a piece. You can also just like say click to select and then click again to drop, because I think that's what happened last time. For some reason my brain was in like click the select and click the drop mode, and that's why my queen only moved one space. Little Azure, yeah, it was a bit like that. This queen's here is not under threat, so we'll have to worry about moving that one too much. Okay. Have you jump out here. Oh, nuts. Alright. We'll roll with that. Oh my god. Okay, I don't want to roll with that anymore. Oh, see, now it's click to... I wonder if it's like some sort of phantom clicks problem, perhaps. Well, it is a demo, so there's going to be wrinkles to iron out. Yeah, I can't capture this pawn here because then the knight will jump over and take me out. Ugh. I do want to have at least one queen on each side too, just to give myself a lot of board coverage as well. Alright. Here should be fine, right? And now I'll go over here. Or actually... I could... move them over here, perhaps? Right? I dare you to take my... Okay. Of course, you wouldn't do that. That would not be a good trade on your end. No matter what you use to try to capture my pawn here. Alright. I am going to move my courtesan. Alright. Oh. No, that's not gonna work. Dang it. Because if I capture the rook, then the bishop captures the queen. I take backsies. Ugh. I can jump this one up here. Alright, bishop's backing off. Yeah, can't advance him any further. But I can advance the queen, right? It's not gonna come under fire from anything. Ugh. I gotta make my queen go back. Alright, you've convinced me. Alright, well, rook's exposed. Just took the rook out. Ate a bunch of my pieces, though. Whoa. That text was kind of weird there, right? I wasn't seeing things. I do have another queen, so I wonder if maybe trading a queen for a queen would be a good idea. We'll do that. Or it could do that. Fuck me. And that's all my take-backsies. That bishop is blocked, so I think it's safe to advance this piece now. Or not? Alright, I can start locking stuff down. Like so. Wow. Okay, just gotta make sure nothing's under threat here. Okay. Start smacking down some pieces. That's right. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when I come for you? So you can't move the courtesan over, because then the rook is gonna kick their butt. So here should be fine, right? Then here would be a safe space. We'll get him in the back lines. Oh. Now my queen's under threat. If we move him over here, king in check. Is it just me, or does that board... Oh, is it just me that looks at the board and sees a mix of chocolate and white chocolate pieces from a bar? Well, now I can't unsee it. But yeah, it's like those holiday bags they have, where you got those square chocolates, or you unwrap those and lay them out in the chessboard style. I guess you could get, like, pieces too. Wow. Hey, there's an idea for your next event, right? Just get a bunch of those square chocolates, lay them out like a board, and then try to find yourself some candy chess pieces, and right, like every piece you capture, you just nom, right? Sounds like a fun time. Be a good romantic night for two, I would think. Or more. I won't judge. Okay, so what if I just did this? It's like move back and forth and keep putting the king in check. We'll just go for a check victory, right? Yeah! Nom, my bishop took your rook. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. You could probably do that with checkers too, right? Just find yourself some circular chocolates and then place those down. Every piece you capture, you can nom that way. You win! This is where the demo ends. The full game will continue for another 2 stages with an endless mode. How do they ramp things up from there? Also, challenge level 1 unlocked. Let's see this real quick then. Pieces lost on board are removed from your setup board. Kings and badge units excluded. Oh, okay. So it just adds permadeath. And now we see the difference between badge units and non-badge units. Okay. So it doesn't matter on novice, but from skilled onwards, things take a bit of a turn. Challenge is not available in demo. Okay, that's fine. Alright. want to give this one a go. Oh, chocolate coins would work. Yes, that's actually a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that first run itself was already stressful. I don't know if I could handle it with permadeath turned on. Especially if they keep, like, the money payout the same. Suddenly, trades start becoming a lot less appealing. Like, if that's the skilled modifier, how do they ramp things up from expert onwards? Well, it is a demo, so... Alright, but... 3 knights, right? It's like the musketeers, and they all have explosive abilities. Alright, well, let's give this a go. I have a feeling this might not last long. And, yeah, I'm gonna start with this setup. All units explode. Wait. Oh, right, because it moved the row forward. I wonder if that means if I capture a piece, it does like an AoE effect? And captures pieces around it? Is that what they mean? Let's try it. Wait, it takes my crap out too? What the heck? I wish... I think this might need a bit of elaboration. Explode is a bit vague, like... you'd think it'd be that kind of thing that sounds obvious, but... What does an explosion entail? Does it have friendly fire? Apparently it does. Also, the unit sacrifices itself? What the heck? Or was it that like a chain explosion, right? Just... because my other piece exploded and then... it took myself out, and yeah, I'm not quite sure. Alright, well, all I have is this knight now. Over here. Okay. Yeah, now what we have is this pawn here. This is fine, I can capture that. Oh. Game over. Well, that was a lot quicker than I thought. I suppose that does change things up, because now it's not just about capturing the pieces, you have to maneuver them around in such a way that you can perhaps take out the king by AoE damage. And yeah, you can't capture anything with the king either, because, you know, they take themselves out. Alright. They did say the demo would have 2 setups, right? Setup 1 would be like your standard setup, and setup 2 would be the more challenging. I didn't realize it would be that challenging. Well, I have to admit, it does change things up, but... yeah, that badge could perhaps use a bit of elaboration, even if it is wordy already. Alright, well... in any case, I think that has been a look at Passant, right? It's got promise. I think it's got... a good thing going here. Although, I'm curious to see how just how much they ramp things up. Like, already by the second set was already a bit of a head scratcher there. Obviously, you couldn't go like a whole 8 rounds like you could in some other games, but yeah, 5 seems to be about the right number for this. But yeah, hopefully. The devs will keep on working at this, and maybe if we get another like several updates, or maybe a really big one, maybe I'll check it out again. Maybe I'll read up on chess to figure out like some good plays, right? Figure out how to think a few moves ahead. That would be probably the first thing I should learn. Yeah, it'll need some strategy, right? Need strategy in a few ways, right? Knowing what pieces to buy and how to counter your enemy. All that good stuff. But, yeah. I think that will do it for this stream. I will go ahead and call it here. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who came by and hung around and chatted. And even if you just lurked, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back on Sunday, where we'll check out Aotenjo, which is another roguelite. But this one is inspired by Mahjong, and I had to go with that a few times, and I mean, it's pretty interesting, right? It's pretty cool, so we'll do a few runs in that, and I hope you look forward to that. Have a good night! Yeah, you have a good night too. Yourself, Molecular Shadow Fox, have a wonderful start to your weekend. Alright, let's look for someone to raid. Yeah, this was a bit of a shorter stream, but you know, that's everything they have in Passant so far. I could go for Challenge 1, but the fact that the next highest difficulty already adds permadeath, it's like, Granted, the other ways they could change the difficulty would just end up being numerical stuff, right? Like, permadeath is probably the one thing they could add that would be a significant modification to how you approach things. That means you play really carelessly like I do. You'd end up in a spiral where you have to keep spending your money on pieces to just keep things filled out. And, oh, yeah, this is one of those games that ends up eating itself when you click out of it, so let me throw something else up here. I wonder if the Passant music is on YouTube. No, I'm just getting a lot of other tracks that also happen to be named Passant. Okay. I'm gonna put up a windblown track. Just randomly. Or actually, what if I throw in Balatro? Have yourself another chill lounge type tune. This one is actually on. There we go. It's also 20 minutes long. Hopefully I'll find someone to raid by then. Oh, wait, you know what? I think I got someone in mind. Wait. No, I don't. Alright, search continues. You know, now that I think about it, the fact that difficulty 1 adds permadeath makes that second setup a lot more risky when you think about it. It's like, sure, you can throw out all your pieces to take them out, but now it's a case of how to take out as many pieces as you can with what you've got, because you're definitely going to have to keep buying pieces to restock, which means You're gonna need to be very, very careful how you approach things. I'm sure someone out there is probably skilled enough to actually make that work. Alright, I think I found someone. We've raided this person before, and they're playing a game that's pretty interesting, also, I guess, in the same genre as what I've been playing, so we'll go say hi to them. They have raids open, but it doesn't always hurt to check. Okay. Alright. Raids are open. So we're gonna go ahead and start up a raid here. Our raid message. I know what we'll do. There. Raid message is En Passant raid, and our raid E tonight is Captain O'Puns. They are playing the Bazaar right now. From what I've read, that's like a free-to-play deck-building roguelike. I'm kinda sorta interested in this. I had to read up more on that and like see what it's like. Maybe I'll check it out once I do my live 2D debut, but yeah, let's go over there and give Puns our support. And if you're joining in on the raid, give them En Passant raid, and if not, have a good start to your weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday for Ao Tenjo. Take care. Yeah. One move ahead. I feel like even one move ahead starts getting pretty oppressive. Probably doesn't help that there's like, even if they only think of one move ahead, there's a lot of pieces out there, so there's usually one piece they can move up that can just lock someone down who's really skittish. But again, it's pretty early on, so yeah, a lot could change since then. I look forward to seeing what happens next. Alright, see ya.